Hey campers, George here. Yeah, we live. And of course, Mary is here to join in. The Knife Doctor. I just saw his live video. Wow. He caught me unawares. I'm in the man cave working on a project. And his challenge was, show us your EDC. Show it's cooler than his. Don't know if I can do that. He's got more knives in his pocket than I own. Wow. Anyway, said I'd take up the challenge, so here I am. So, I've got to read what I'm doing here. I've never done it live. So, we're at it. What I'm carrying. Well, let me dig in my pockets. I have my keys, my car keys. House key, car key, Opal number 4 in a handmade sheath, small little blade. This is always on my key ring for my cars. And you know what? This is about as much as I can handle in my pockets. It's just a personal thing for me. So that's about it, besides a phone and a wallet. Speaking of wallets, and I'm using my phone, I always have my wallet on me, and in my wallet, I have things like this. Band-Aids. I'm an accident waiting to happen, and I'm always playing with knives. So I always have Band-Aids on me. And because I'm just hanging around here, and I was going to be going down to the shed to do some video, in my pocket right now, I have a phone charger. This is actually a pretty cool phone charger. I got it about a year ago, and this guy, when it's fully charged, can recharge my phone from 0 to 100 3 times before it dies. So very cool. And I'm wearing cargo pants, so it fits in my cargo pocket. I can deal with it. What else am I carrying besides my glasses? My spam hat. It's an EDC. And these guys, see them? That's it. These two. Yeah, this I got about 2 weeks ago. It's my first ever Victorinox. Can see it there. This is the Tinker medium. Was a spur of the moment buy, out buying some stuff at the hardware store, and it was on sale there right at the counter when I was paying to leave, and I just threw it in there. Did a video on it, and lordy, everybody was like, now you're in trouble, George. Well, apparently you get one, there's a huge rabbit hole to go into. So there you go. So I have that. I've been carrying it since then. I made the sheath for it. You can see it there. Just a regular leather sheath, and put a stud thing on it and whatever. Right next to it is here something I always have on me. Same thing, it has the sheath. And this is, yeah. See that? This used to be an Opal 9. I like to modify Opal 9s. And as you can see, I think this was the last mod, number 9, that I did. And this I just call my tadpole. Normally I modify them so that I can whittle with them. I love to whittle. I don't know if you guys do, but I can't walk past a stick without picking it up and cutting it up some. So there's this guy, a number 9, and I do different blades on them. This one just happens to be a really short spay blade. You can see how big the Opal is. Call it my tadpole. What do you do? This is what I'm carrying right now, and it's pretty typical for me when I'm around the cottage and I'm being shadowed by Miss Mary, who is not impressed right now. But there you go. However, when I go to work, I have been carrying my Victorinox. I've yet to use it, but I also carry a big Opal. Because I can't handle things in my pockets very well. Oh, I forgot. I always carry a lighter. This one, Bic, made a little leather sheath for it. You can see it right there. Something else I always have in my pockets. This is when I go to work, my small optional mods will be changed for this style. I have a bunch of optionals, and this was one of the first mods I did. This is an optional 9. You can see I changed the blade to a drop point, modifying the handle, and that's about it, and made a sheath for it. I made a dangler because at work I'm forever on my knees, and this keeps the knife nice vertically on me, and it's not going to fall out of the sheath. One of the first mods. Sorry guys, I didn't charge my phone. I was videoing down in the shed making a video, and it chews up the battery on my phone. Well, it died. Fortunately, I got this charger with me, so we're back at it. Sorry about that. Just wanted to say to the doctor, you way cooler than me today. I don't know how many knives you had. I think it was 7, right? You had on you. I didn't even know you could carry that many. But you saw things that I carry. Like I said, as I was telling you at work, the big optionals is what I'm carrying. If I go on a trudge, just a quick trudge where I just feel like getting out and doing a walkabout, I always carry a couple of other things with me. These, I normally will have an optional whittler with me. For me, a must-have is a saw, and I love to carry this guy. Yeah, it's an optional. Optional number 12, folding saw, great saw. I love these. It is a pull saw. It's yet to fail me. Everything I needed it for, it's worked, and I made a sheath for it, and it works really great. However, you may have seen my video. I did an optional number 12 mod. Here it is here. It's this guy here, and what I did, this is what I would carry on a walkabout. You can see here, it has, I put the saw blade and the knife together on an optional 12. Now I don't have to carry a big knife, small knife, and a saw. Now it's just this and, a little whittler like I have on my belt. Pretty common for me. I don't really carry much. I'm a big optional fan. I really like their knives. They sharp and they do what I need. I don't do any big chores anymore. I do walkabouts and that sort of thing. I'm not going to be building me a bushcraft shelter or a huge fire. If I do, I found that the saw, that number 12 saw, works for me. I can cut decent wood with it. I've cut, I think, up to 4-inch wood with it. Wasn't easy, but it worked. And I normally have a knife. And by the way, I always have a ferro rod, even though I carry a Bic. For me, the ferro rod, gotta have it. You want to make a fire, you gotta have that. The other thing I carry, and this would be for an overnight or camping, is this guy. And I know the knife doctor will like him. Look at that. Knives of America. Knives of America. I'm thinking Knife Doctor America. Knives of Alaska. That's what it is. Alaskan bush knife. Very nice. I've had this thing, my first real big camp bush knife I've ever carried, from 15 years ago. So there you have it right there. Hey, the doc's here. And he just gave me some money. Dude, wow. Thank you. Appreciate that. This challenge, you way cooler than me, man. Way cooler. Look at this. So it's just telling it has a ferro rod in it, nice solid handle, dangler. That would be if I'm going camping. And of course, if I'm going camping, I have my optional saw with me and that sort of thing. That's the sort of EDCs I carry. If I'm going out and about and it's kind of fancier, I tend to go away from my typical carries. I think the Victorinox for me is something that I will be carrying if I'm going out to dinner or something like that. Uh, it's you pull this guy out, look at it. It's cool. You can't beat it. Um, the other knife I do want to try is the other day, the Knife Doctor. Yeah, he sent me that Buck Spitfire, the full size guy. That is a nice knife, and I'm thinking work EDC. That thing will be able to do just about anything you want. So, very happy. Who's here? Prepper 890. Look at you, Preppy 890. Your first Opal? Really? Wow. I would have thought you would have had one by now. Victorinox, Doc, I can see why people love those knives. For me, the horror. It's a rabbit hole. I started looking at them and I was like, it's never ending. It's just coming. You dig into the hole and they got another one and they start this thin and they get bigger and bigger and they got everything you need, man. You can't beat them. Anyway, appreciate all you guys stopping by here. Lauren Ray sold me. You sold me two sack sheath, 2 Opal. Wow. I'm embarrassed. I'm not even a salesman. I'm just showing you stuff that I think's cool. Well, glad I could help, I think. Wow. This is my first live. I've never done live stuff. It's not really me. I prefer to just make my videos and show them, but couldn't get away from this one. Kevin came up with this challenge, and I'm not the guy to challenge him. I love his knives. Every knife he carries is either was broken or sold, stolen, or no. Nope. He always fixes them up, and he gets all these knives from everybody and he fixes them up and they look really cool again. He has some really old knives, and me, I'm an old guy. I like them old knives. To be honest, anything with a pen blade, that's my biggest downfall. And yeah, those Victorinox, they all have them. You, my friend Kevin, are welcome. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate your support of my channel, dude. You keep me going. And it's always good to watch your channel. I love watching you do your thing. It just amazes me. You make it look easy. Yeah, that Spitfire, it's a good knife. All right. So I'm not going to keep anybody any longer. I've been doing this for 13 minutes. Wow. So say hi to Mary. Hey, say hi to Mary. She's having a moment today. Yeah, she's been all over me all day, giving me a problem. So appreciate you. Michael Johnson. Hi, Mary. Yeah, she gets more stuff than I do. You have an old Opal? Random user, Opal. I have an Opal. Oh, 2. I thought it said tool. I got the wrong glasses on. I have to get really close to the screen to see what I'm doing. Doc, Mary says hello. Where am I from? Morley Wesley. You want to know where I'm from? Long story. A long time ago, I was born then the country was called Southern Rhodesia, in Southern Africa, right above South Africa. It's now called Zimbabwe. Grew up there and left when I was about 23, moved to South Africa for a year, and then came out here to visit my sister. Landed up traveling the world a little bit, and then came back and landed up back here. Been here for over 30 years now. So there you go. I'm from Zimbabwe. A lot of people get us confused with the Aussies and the New Zealanders, but we're all colonialists. We all speak colonial English. What can I tell you? Alberta, Canada. Very cool. Actually, been there. Yeah, we've kind of spread our wings as Zimbabweans. Everybody, unfortunately, the country went through some tough times and we all decided to leave. So there's a lot of us spread all over the world. I still have friends that are back there still that I grew up with, went to school with, things like that, and I'm still in contact with them. A lot of people moved to South Africa, and I'm in contact with a lot of people there. So very cool. Where is everybody else from? I see it. I've seen Canada guys. I know a lot of the guys from the UK. You guys watch my channel. By far, the majority of you guys are from the US, and I always appreciate you guys watching my videos. It just amazes me that people do that. Did you try Rough Rider Chef's folding knife? Yes, I did. Ha! That big, I forget, what do they call it? I've got it. It's in my camping kit that I have. I keep it in my kitchen stuff. Great knife, actually. Very nice camp knife for kitchen duties. Wait a minute. I just saw Minnesota, California. Minnesota? Waiseka? You're not far from me. Yeah. There you go. Germany, look at you. Oregon coast, Nevada. Lauren, you're on the Oregon coast? Wow. Cleveland. Frantic Flintstone. You know what, guys? Some of the names you guys have come up with just crack me up. Yeah. Waconia. Lake Waconia? Right. Haven't been there. I'm going to have to go and check that out. Northern Iowa, just across the border from me. Wow. Guys from all over. Look at you all. I don't really pay attention as to where people are from, because even if you look at somebody's profile on YouTube, it doesn't really tell you where they're from unless they actually put it in their description. So it's always good. There you go. J.H. Mary, you're right in the way. Look at this. She's sniffing the phone. I'm always looking for Rough Riders. I've seen some new ones coming out. I did see a new Scout knife that came out. It's the one that has, like, I want to say, the Texas flag on it, Texas star. Kind of like that. I like a good Scout knife. So there. Donald, Mike, Gideon, how you doing there, dude? Vladimir, I have a workshop sharpening system, one of the old tilt ones, and it works for me. To be honest, lately I'm a big fan of ceramic rods and stropping. I used to over sharpen way too much, and I found that since I've used the ceramic and then stropping afterwards, I'm getting really good results. So that's really what I'm doing. Unless I damage a blade really bad, that's about all I do. The scales, choreograph, the scales fell off my Rough Rider. Which one was that? Which Rough Rider? That can't be good. I've never had a problem. Look at you. People love to collect them Rough Riders. They have some really good series, you know, and they have a lot of knives out there. You got all sorts of choices, and you can't go wrong, and it's not going to break the bank. Oh, it was just a yellow two-blade pocket knife. Probably an old trapper. Is that what it was? Or a canoe? I've never had one fail, but to be honest, I, I, I don't, my Rough Rider knives for me are really something I like to own. I don't use them that much. And when I do, I clean them up and put them away. I don't really use them for a lot of stuff. The only one I use more than any other one is this guy. I love this knife. I love a good sod buster, and this is a Rough Rider sod buster. The model number on this, RR1709, and it's a Rough Rider. It has the nice black wood handle on it. It has nice brass liners, and of course it just has your little drop point on it there, and it's a lockback. See that? This is the only Rough Rider that I use more than anything else, and I used to carry it at work. So there you go. Terry Brinkman. Yeah, I've needed a second chance or two. Yeah. Wow. Just started collecting Rough Riders, has 12 and 4 more ordered. I feel your pain there, dude. I love them. I've got a cupboard full of Rough Riders. Probably got more Rough Riders than any other manufacturer. I like the quality you're getting for how much you're paying for them. Vlad, I love a good lockback. A sod buster, lockback, work knife, whatever you want to call it. Single blade, solid knives. I love them. Michael Johnson. To be honest, selling the stuff that I make, the leather sheaths and custom knife slips and things like that, for me, the main reason I actually show them being made is so that hopefully you guys would get inspired and make them yourself. It really doesn't take a lot. Having said that, the problem is that to make it worthwhile for me, I would have to buy a bunch of leather and literally spend all day making them. Not what I want to do. I appreciate your thoughts on that, but you know what? Anybody wants to make something that I've made and sell it to people, have at it. I'm just putting my ideas and thoughts and things I come up with. So as far as doing custom stuff for people, no. I'll probably end up giving them away to people once I feel they're good enough. That's the other reason. I never feel that I'm right there yet. Don't know what to tell you. Chief Kool-Aid Stirrer. There you go. Booger McGee. These names. Oh, there you go. Now that Opal 7 ready to ship. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of nice knives out there. Slip joints, more traditional than anything else. There's a bunch of them. The problem is, I'm probably like you, I'm on a budget. And when, you start looking at Benchmade or Case, things like that, I can buy a Rough Rider knife that'll last me a long time. I don't really abuse my stuff. You know, to me, it's money well spent, and I don't want to waste it, even if it only cost me $15. Uh, for me to buy a case, or I'll never be able to afford a Benchmade, even a Spyderco, things like that. I'm more traditional, to be honest. I like the traditional knives. Not really a big fan of modern folders, fortunately. uh, you don't need them yet. What? No. Uh, I got so many knives. What do you do? Yeah, I hear you. Uh, Booger McGee. I hear you. You know, it's really hard for me on my budget to justify spending $100 on a folder. Uh, if I did, I would show it to you, put it in the box, and it'll go in the cupboard and never get touched. The Spydercos go on sale when a model is discontinued. I just got an olive green roadie on a sale because the color is discontinued. Huh? What sort of a discount you're getting on that? Interesting that you say slip joints are less offensive to people. Um, and I agree with you because it's not something that you can just walk up and flip out. I'm not a fidget type guy, so they don't appeal to me, the new knives, that way. It's nice to have a nice smooth opening knife. Um, I've seen guys adjust them so they could just flick them out. It would be to some people kind of aggressive. I don't care. Um, I, you know, my hands don't work the way they used to. Uh, my thumb, I broke a long time ago playing rugby. And for me to even open a knife normally is a struggle. I have to two-hand it. Uh, I don't, it doesn't bother me. I would rather have a locking knife anyway because I'm an accident waiting to happen. So, you know, if it doesn't lock, I put it in a slip because it'll poke me. Yeah, Eric Hall. He says, yeah, I stopped buying cheap knives and he saved his money. Good for you. You know, I mean, I would have to do it that way anyway. Uh, it would be too, I don't have the patience. If I decided to do that, I don't know if I would wait long enough. I don't know if I could do the wait. Yeah, I feel your pain. Um, you know, I'm at that age where everything hurts anyway. Joints are giving up and all that good stuff, but I manage, and I just can't do the things I used to be able to do. My dad was a motor mechanic actually for a long, long time. One thing about my dad, he always had the softest hands. I have my dad's hands. You can see my palm, short fingers, all palm. His hands were like that. They were always so soft. And he didn't have latex gloves and things like that. Um, he used to work barehanded. But you know what he did? He used laundry detergent to wash his hands. And I think he used surf. I don't know if you get that here. But that's what he cleaned his hands with every day. And for some reason, his hands were always soft. Never forgot that. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Paul Casper. Welcome, dude. There's that many? Oh, there's 25 people. I wasn't even looking at that. Yeah, it's a little crowded in here. My workshop's not that big. There it is, there. That's it. When Mary comes in here, it's crowded. Oh, I was talking to somebody the other day about custom knives, and he said, "Do you own a custom knife?" And I said, "Sure, I do. I got 20 opinals I've customized." And he said, "Have you ever ordered a custom knife?" No. Um, my most expensive knife I've bought these two. This Knives of Alaska I bought a long time ago. Uh, I had the money and I bought it, and I got to tell you, it's the best money I've ever spent. This is an awesome knife, the Knives of Alaska. Uh, this knife, about 4 years ago, maybe even longer than that, I discovered BPS knives. They're on the wall there. See them all? Well, some of them. I have just about all their models. Budget knife. Their sheaths are worth what you're paying for the whole knife. Anyway, they came out with this guy. Don't ask me to pronounce the name because it's some Greek, Latin, or something name of some god or something. And they came out with this knife, and this one was $100. And you can see the sheath there. Their sheaths are awesome. It's a dangler. I'm a big dangler fan. And here it is here. See that? Those are the two most expensive knives I own. I've used this a couple of times, but I don't like to use it a lot. It costs me a lot of money. What do you do? I've got a ton of BPS. Yeah, I've been following BPS for years. Glad to see that they're finally getting recognized. They do a good job. I like their knives. When is it? Oh, I believe we are going to get snow tomorrow. Yeah, this is probably the weirdest winter I've ever spent in Minnesota. I can't remember a winter where there wasn't 6, 7 inches of snow sitting on the ground, even after not snowing for 3 weeks. Tomorrow, it's meant to snow. They say 3 to 5 inches, windy, whatever. It's some sort of storm coming through. But then, the temperatures are up again. It'll be gone in 3 days. I didn't get to ice fish. Still can't ice fish. Kurt Dean, appreciate that. Thank you. I do try to inspire people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. I remember growing up and seeing people do things and go, ooh, I don't know if I could do that. I'm just a guy in a workshop. Well, I'm just a guy in a shed. Wait, I'm just a really old guy in a shed without power, and I can do stuff. So there you go. Glad you like it. Doc, Kevin, the fly fishing in winter, anytime there's open water, you can fly fish and you'll catch something. I've just never seen it here. Some of the rivers don't ice over, and there's a little bit of open water, and you can kind of sort of fly fish in that. But I would like you're talking about the other day. I just went down to the woolen mill here and spent an hour in 6 inches of water and caught a bunch. But I love to fly fish, though. We all need to go fishing. Oh, I was really looking forward to ice fishing this year. It's taken me 3 years to really get into it and understand what people find so great about it. And I got really hyped up for it, and look what happened. uh, Alex, yeah, the Opinel 8, they've sold more Opinel 8s than any other Opinel knife. Very popular, great knife. It's kind of a fits everybody knife. Um, can't go wrong with them. Glad you liked them. Big country. You're in Ireland. Uh, have I been to Ireland? I think I've been to Ireland. Maybe I just drove through. Spent a couple of months in the UK and did some traveling. That was a long time ago. I can't remember what I was doing yesterday. I did fish in the UK. Did enjoy that. That was fun. Brooke, what do you mean your cat ran away? Do you live in a house or an apartment complex? Brooke, I had Mary get out and got lost. I hope you're listening. My eldest daughter told me this trick. If she's an indoor cat, take her litter box and put it outside your door. They can smell their own litter box from over a mile away. When Mary went missing, I couldn't find her anywhere. Put her litter box out and she was back within an hour. So give that a try, girl. RRRV. RRRV. Hey. RRVR. Starlight, you and me both. I'm new to streaming. I have never done this before. This is the knife doctor's fault. I'm going to sit down. Hold on. Do you have an involuntary collection? No, I don't. This is Eric Hall, by the way. Um, most of my friends are not knife people, believe it or not, and uh, they don't buy knives and things. I'm the one who buys everybody knives. Not my daughters, who probably know me better than anybody. They don't even buy me knives. They'll buy me other stuff, like spam hats and things like that. They they do a good job on that, but they won't buy me a knife. They know. But when they come and visit, they're in my knife cupboard all the time. I want this one, and I just let them help themselves. They know what they want. Yeah, that's the problem when family buys you knives and you keep it because you feel obligated. You're going to get more. That's the way it works. You got to drop hints. That's what you do. Look, I'm carrying my Victorinox, my favorite style of knife. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. Malachi Webb, what's up? Not a lot. Never done this before, so brace yourself. You know, I've looked at the number 13 Opinels, the bigger Opinels. Um, to be honest, they're too big for me. I don't know. The handle's too big. The blade's really long. Not my idea of a knife that I would use. Oh wow, Lauren Ray, that was pretty cool. Yeah, my daughter told me a litter box trick, and that worked. Amateur SU. I don't know if I'm going to say this knife. Acelia Aguilera. Close. Thank you. Honda boys. Yeah, I don't need that, dude. Never had a slave in my life. You are confused. There were never slaves in Southern Africa. Just so that you know. Chicken tendies. Nope. Don't have any. Sorry, buddy. Here we go. The joy of life. I don't know what to do here, but I'm going to just do something quickly. Black scat knife. Chicken tendies. Feel free to move on there, buddy. You're not helping me here. Oh, black cat. I've got one. Where is it? There. Oh, no. That's not it. Where's my black cat? Ah, sorry. No, that's not it either. Huh. What did I do with my black cat? I love that knife. That German steel is really good. What did I do with it? I just had it. Huh. Yeah, I love them black cats. Do you have OPS? Yeah, I was a Higo. Really? Shifting gears. Can move on there, buddy. Yeah, I have no idea. Michael Johnson, sorry about that. Can't get rid of them. Yeah. Chicken tendies needs to go somewhere else. I'm going to find him. There we go. You know, Kevin, don't be surprised. Actually, I've probably been on for quite a while, so people are picking up on it. So that's going to happen. You stay well, Booger. Honda boys, it's a spam hat. Yeah, Jeff, I just do that. I think you can actually block them. I just got to figure out how to do it. I've never done this before, so maybe next time. I like the old timers. Roger, I have been to Lanesborough for hiking. Actually, I go camp every year at Old Barn, just down the river from there. I love to fish that area as well. Great place. Jitler, you got to go. Sorry, Eric, I missed what you said. Yeah, I'm with you there, Roger. Eric. Eric, I just saw it. You wrote USS. That's okay. We knew. Why the hi? How you doing, Terrence? How you doing there, buddy? Thank you. What's it? Regius Red. Schrade went out of business. Good. Yeah, Kevin, the spam thing didn't start because I like spam. It started off as a fun thing from friends, speaking of people buying you knives and stuff. I used to come up to Minnesota a lot before I moved up here. We'd go camping, and the spam factory has a museum about an hour down the road on the way to where we used to go camp. We'd always stop in there and I would buy a t-shirt. Well, they started buying me stuff and I landed up, I've got like 10 t-shirts and 5 hats. I'd when we go camping, we always make a point of once during that camp to have spam at breakfast. Slice it into thin slices and fry it with some eggs and stuff. It's really cool. It's actually pretty healthy, believe it or not. Because that's all George has is spam clothes. Ah, Jeff Wall, yeah. I heard that. I heard Taylor bought him. Wow. Um, yeah, I've got a bunch of spam stuff. It just one of those things that just grew up. Now I go to the spam factory once a year and update my outfits. Wow, I can't believe how many people are online here. Yeah, uh, I'm with you there, Kevin. I heard that trade is coming back as well. I think you're going to see more of that. People are looking at like Buck and that and going, you know what? If they can do it, we can do it. Alejandro, how you doing there, buddy? Michael, I hear you there. You know, the things people eat in Minnesota shock me. I can't eat half that stuff because of my health issues. I'm with you there, Kevin. Buck gets it. You know, they've always been there. Um, they've always done a good job and they do it in the US. I don't know why everything has to be so expensive when you got people like Buck doing that sort of stuff. Don't understand it. It's all about the dollar. A lot of these companies have been bought and sold by big conglomerates, and they have shareholders that they have to answer to, so they've got to produce. You go to China, you double your profit. Thank you, Roger. Spam spaghetti. Yeah, I've done that before. Bison, I am. My children call me a grumpy old man. What do you do? They're probably right. Could. I think there's a couple of people. You know what was funny? The last time I was ice fishing, it was on a Sunday. It was just before everything went downhill. It was really a windy day. It was actually a stormy day. And I went out there and just couldn't even open my flip over. It landed up being blown down the lake. So I pulled it back in, couldn't close it, trying to get it in the back of my truck. And there was a guy there parked behind me loading up his four-wheeler with his kids and his wife. And he's like, sorry, I'm in your way. I'll move now. And I was like, no hurry. And he looks at me and he goes, I recognize your spam hat. You have a YouTube channel. I've been watching your ice fishing stuff. That's why I'm here right now. I wanted to try the lake. Random, dude. Babbitt, Minnesota. Huh. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the messages. Hey, I am on my time. How are you? There you go, Michael. I'm up for that. Income trudge with the usual suspects. That's always exciting, I'll tell you that. Poya, BMW. Hey, Lee. Haley. No, hey, Lee. Thank you. I am on time. Appreciate that. Uh, I just like to share stuff that I like to do. Blackie Sanchez. Yeah, getting a lot of spam people. Why am I? I don't know. I'm surprised. Everything has spam these days. Thank you. Chopper, hello. Michael, I don't. Not yet. In fact, this week, I have to work tomorrow, but I was thinking Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to go and get a PO box and I'll just put the information on my page. So if you want to send me something, you can do it through the PO box. That'll work. Everybody's got a spam folder too. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Wow. You do an hour-long TV newscast? Braver than me. Couldn't do that. Jensen, hello. Big Smalls. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Pasties. Uh, ate pasties growing up. We used to buy them at the local cafes. Worst YouTuber ever. Thank you. Hi. Welcome. Oh, boy. Look at all these people. Stop. Wrong spam. What's my next project? Thinking about an optional. Yeah, a number 9 mod. Hello. Make new dice? Yeah, I need to do that. I need to make new dice and come up with some new projects. Haven't used the dice in a while. I've been doing pretty good, but that's going to change soon. I'm actually, remember the knife I made? This guy. Making a possibles pouch for it and maybe another knife to go with it. Something to go in the pouch. Looking at an optional mod. I need to go walkabout. I like going walkabout. I just got to find a reason to go. Always trying to think of something to do. Thank you. David, thank you. Hey, Mama Bear. Yeah, this knife is the Condor, made by Condor in El Salvador. There's a name for it. Can't think of it right now. Getting old. But it was actually a blank, and I made the handle. Made the handle for it. I like the Dadley. I think that's a really cool old school camp knife. I do like that. I think I did a short on it today. I can't remember. Hey, Genesee. I don't know where Mary's gone. She got bored and left. Oh, she's napping on the couch. Hottie, I have not seen a gravity knife. Sup, Tosha? I'll sub if you tell me a joke. I don't know any jokes. Maybe my children are right. I'm a grumpy old man. Well, I don't know any jokes I can tell on live. Terry, I've been working on a walking stick for a while now, struggling with it. The wood is not good and it's really hard. But whenever I go walkabout, I'm always looking for another stick. So, yeah, it's a project I need to do. What is a gravity knife? Jeff, you're right. This is, to be honest, I just decided to do this live thing because I saw Kevin's live on my EDC, what I'm carrying. I've never done a live before. It's a first for me. So, yeah, I'll be probably be doing that. If I'm going to do more lives, I'll definitely get a moderator. I just figured out how to block people and that. So, working on it. Your favorite smart blonde. Has one of your knives broke before? I think I've only ever had one knife break on me, and that was because I used it as a pry bar, and which it's not meant to be used that way. So, not counting that, nope. Engaged dust. I know some knife makers too. You mean custom guys, guys who make their own knives? I know a couple of guys that do that. Roger, I have that. Uh, what is it called? I can't even think of the name right now. The furnace thing. What is it called? Haven't been able to use it. It was sent to me by a manufacturer. Um, I'm still trying to figure out where I can put it and actually use it. Once I get that set up, I'll probably get some scrap steel from work uh, and try some things out. I've got to figure it out first. It's called a forge, just remembered. I have that forge. Um, I don't have anywhere to use it right now, and I've got to set up someplace, probably next to the shed, when things calm down, weather-wise and whatever. Make some sort of workbench there that I can use the forge. I can't use it in here and I can't use it in the shed, so I'm limited. When I do, I'm going to be making something. You can guarantee that. What it's going to be, I have no idea. I'll start off slow and go from there. Michael Lee, uh, nervous about jokes. Hoddy, what kind of wood do you use for the walking sticks? To be honest, I don't have a particular choice of wood. Um, the mistake I made this time, I was at a hardware store and I saw this huge, thick dowel. that I thought was one solid piece of wood. And I thought, perfect for making a staff. And I started carving it, and it is rock solid, uh, and turned out to be like a pressed wood thing, where one of the slices of the wood, if you want to call it that, is really soft, and the other one's, like trying to cut through ironwood. It's not working for me. I typically will get my sticks from when I'm on a walkabout. Any stick that looks the right shape for what I'm looking for, I'll try and make a walking stick from. I don't have a particular choice in wood. Uh, if I can carve it, whittle it, I'll try and make a walking stick out of it. Hey, Terence, you're right. Hazelnut is actually very nice to use. Um, I personally don't like to cut live wood. I only look for broken dead wood, just because I don't like to cut a live tree. But hazelwood, you cut off a piece of that, and 3 days later, it's grown back. We don't have a lot of that here. Oh, gravity knife. Thank you, Terry. No reason to make one of them. Can't think of why I want it. Why would you want a gravity knife? Do they lock? Oh, you push a button and the blade slides out. Okay. Horse Boli, like your knives too. Got you, Hadi. Yeah, I just saw that. Appreciate that, Andy. No, not necessary. Corey, I'm not a, I really struggle with things in my pockets. I limit what I carry. I've seen a lot of people carry a tiny knife in the third pocket. I tried that. It was a toothpick, a tiny toothpick, and I can't get past it. I can barely get past it with keys. So when I carry a knife, typically it's in a sheath on my belt. A lot of people do. A lot of ladies like to carry a small little knife in that third pocket, the little change pocket, whatever you want to call it. Michael, old enough to know better than to tell you. I am 6. Jeff, to be honest, I haven't been really paying attention to how many people are there. I just saw the number up top there. What do you do? This wasn't intended as this. It's like I said, Kevin, knife doctor, challenged me. So I thought, you know what? I'm sitting here working on a project. I'll just go live quickly and answer his challenge. And here we are, an hour later. I'm shocked. Hey, Abigail. Michael, I got to tell you that I like some of the Queen knives. Um, I've never actually owned one, but I've seen them, I've handled them, and I've seen people that have them. I've seen their knives. I'm not really a big case fan. A case is okay, but honestly, I'd rather have a Rough Rider than a case. And a Queen is, they make some interesting knives. Preppy girl, hey, Aries boy. Not really. Oh, Hottie, I get it. I see what you're saying. Um, Interesting that they don't have a spring in them. I'm not sure what the laws are in Minnesota, but for some reason, I'm thinking that might be a problem. But I'd have to check that. I know in some states you can't have a gravity. Hawk hunter. That was funny. I saw that just this morning, running over there and beating up some hawk attacking his chickens. That was hilarious. Hey, it worked. Nothing wrong with case, just not my preference. I've heard that, Michael. I heard that Queen does okay. I hear you there. Case is okay. Their knives are okay, but I think that I prefer other options. Hello, Mr. Outdoors. How are you doing, young man? Uh, you guys, if you're looking at the screen right now, if you look and you'll see living in the outdoors. A young man just said, hello, Mr. George. Um, I'm glad he's here because I want to say something. He sent me a comment on one of my videos saying that I inspired him to start his own YouTube channel. He's a young man, very young man, and started a channel. And you might want to go check him out and give him a thumbs up, give him some support. Very nice young man, living out on a farm somewhere. And he just enjoys doing things outside, fishing, that sort of thing. So check him out, living in the outdoors. Really, Jeff Hall, I did not know that Queen is a Smoky Mountain brand. There she is. Lacey Lace, how you doing, young lady? Yeah, I'm doing a live. That's never happened before. Living in the outdoors is the young man's channel. How you doing, Miss Lacey Lace? Long time no talk. You be good, man. Take it easy. Dr. Dennis, how you doing? Austin, Texas. Oh, okay. Lacey, I didn't know that Queen was owned by Smoky Mountain. Robert Wood, I'm late. I'm always late. Ah, got you, Jeff. I'm very well, Lacey. I've been keeping an eye on you on Instagram, and then they give you a hard time. Uh, doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Young man, you're welcome. You just keep at it, keep going. You'll learn as you go, you figure things out. Benjamin just did. The knife doctor sent me a buck, and where is my buck? What? The knife doctor just sent me. I'll put it away. Sent me a buck knife. Love that knife. It's a really nice one. I carried the mini version of it for a long, long time. I like buck. Dr. Dennis, it's a long, sad story. After independence, the country went through a really bad time, and I chose to leave and go somewhere else. Wasn't doing very well. Landed up in the USA because my sister was here, but I did spend some time in South Africa first, and then traveled all over the place for a bit, and then landed up here because of my sister. Okay, look at you living in the outdoors, young man. I was going to ask you, you have a buck 110, solid knife, very popular. You be careful with that thing. Xavier, how you doing? You own a custom 112? Wow. I like buck. Um, I think, Buck is one of those makers that's, stayed in the USA and been pretty firm on the way they do things. And I think that has done them a lot of good. I like their knives. Uh, Here is a buck right here. This is a mini Spitfire that I've had for at least 10 years. Carried it as a work EDC for as long as I can remember. Lost it many times, and it always came back. People knew that I carried this knife, and I would leave it somewhere while working. And, a week later, somebody would pitch up in the workshop and say, George, found your knife. Still got it. It actually sits here in my walkabout bag in one of the pockets there. Great knife. Love buck. Get that out of the way. Ugh. So how are we all doing? Let's see. Live calls. I got to go. Jeff, you take care, my friend. Appreciate your support. Is there a lockback I prefer over the 110? Good question. I would have to say, although I'm not a clip blade guy, the Buck 110 is probably the best lockback out there. You can't beat that. I just not a clip fan. So if it had a different blade on there, I would probably own one. I don't own a 110 though. Hey Luna, and you still need to review a banger, Robert. Uh, a true panga or a machete? Hey, Sue Chicken, look at you. There you are. How you doing, young lady? A true panga, Robert? Uh, if I can find one that I like, I would probably review it. I'd have to be out camping or something when I do it to show it for what it's intended. I'll keep it in mind though. Sue Chicken, how you doing? Waiting for spring, you and me both. But if you went outside right now, you would think it was spring here. Luna, it's late there. What is the time? Oh my Lord, it's 4:15. Yeah, Kev, I got your message. Thank you, buddy. Sue, I like winter here. That's why I came to Minnesota. I love being out in the snow and walkabouts in the snow are awesome. Uh, I'm really getting into ice fishing. I like it. You know, it's cold at times in Minnesota, but you know, you deal with it like you do when it gets really hot. So I like all four seasons here. Young man, I'm glad to hear you have some knives. I hope you're safe with them. I hear you, Sue. You know, I'm thinking about putting up a raised garden in the backyard. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Robert Wood. Oh, they do. Huh. I'll have to have a look and see what they're looking at. Luna, you and me both. Really, Michael, where were you in Minnesota? In California, sorry. Oh, wonderful horseshoe. I'm doing good. Newcastle, UK. Very nice. uh, this is not a typical Minnesota winter for sure. I have been Up north on Mille Lacs, ice fishing when it's been wind chill of minus 30 degrees. Um, so without the wind chill, you're looking at about minus 20, minus 15. It gets chilly. Didn't know you lived in Alaska, Sue. Uh, yeah, it's a little warmer where you are. Yeah, I think you're right there, Sue. Oklahoma never gets cold. Wonderful horseshoe. Yeah, it gets a little chilly here. When it's been cold for a while and you get a wind blowing, that wind will drop the temperature another 10, 15 degrees. You don't want to be wandering outside there. Not for long anyway, frostbite. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out some stuff here, guys. Learning this stuff. Don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I heard that it snowed down there in January. That must happen once in 10 years. Corey, I'm with you. I miss the snow. It just doesn't feel right when you go outside and it's February and there's no white stuff around. Yeah, I can hear you there, Sue. I can imagine how they dress to go to school. Yeah, it doesn't get as cold as you think in the UK. We're a little bit further north, so that kind of helps. Where do you want to go camping? Michael, I hear you. Right now, it is, yeah, 67 where I am. Ridiculous. It's Minnesota in February. We're going to have a, you're up in Ely? Um, oh, you're going to go camp in Ely. You be good, Sue Chicken. You take care. Be safe. Ely's a great place to go. The first time I ever went up to the Boundary Waters, uh, I went through Ely. Very nice up there. You can spend a month there, no problem. Yeah, Boundary Waters. Go every year with Lee and Will, the usual suspects. We go for a week. We don't go up there for that long. Hey, cool. The Boundary Waters, I had never, I'd never heard of the Boundary Waters until I came to Minnesota. And then Lee and them told me about it. And I went up there. It is unbelievable up there. A, E. Michael, you go to the camping symposium? A? Oh, okay. I have been there 3 times. I love going there. I'm not a big symposium group camping type guy. I don't really do that, but I do love going to that. The people there are very cool. Yeah, if you're going this year, we will see you there. One more year and you're done. Cool. Wow. I found out about it through Lee, who's been going for years. And he kept asking me at work, "Do you want to go? Do you want to go?" And every year I couldn't make it. Something was going on. And then I went with them and met the greatest people there. I really enjoyed myself there, had a lot of fun, and have been going back with Lee since then. Cool CL, you're gone. Yeah, ain't he just? What do you do, Robert? Steiger boots? What is Steiger boots? Steiger. Oh, okay, gotcha. Actually, it hasn't been that bad. The winter symposium is it's never really got very cold there. Um, we had a little bit of rain. It gets a little muddy, but nothing bad. Young man, you would love Minnesota. It's an outdoor state. You learn to live in the snow. Michael, when we get closer to the symposium, let me know. We should meet up there. You always need a fishing license. Cool. Guy, Guys, I'm going to have to move, get going. I'm going out with some friends tonight, and I got to get ready. I didn't expect to stay on this long. I thought I was going to be on for 10 minutes. The Knife Doctor is a great channel, young man. You watch him. Thank you, Roger. You be safe, my friend. So, guys, I'm going to be heading out. I really appreciate all your support. We might be doing this again. Aftershave? Peace out, Corey. You too, my friend. Michael, you be safe. Okay, everybody, I got to go. I'm running late. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who came on. This was a real surprise for me, and I appreciate you all stopping by. You all take care now, and as always, you be safe out there. Thank you. See ya.